JoSel Castillo, and our student,
Patricia Parnell?
and you're okay with me recording this, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So today we're gonna work on stairs, and we're gonna kind of tie in another technique that we have learned. So like, when you find an object such as a door, when you're approaching that object, so let's start right here, and I'm gonna have you perform that same task. Like when you come up to the door,
Right there?
what is it that you do?
Over here.
Well, you can go up to the wall and just kind of, when you're approaching an object,
Okay. And you go to the belt and check for your handles.
okay, so that's what we use for a door. But we're gonna use the same concept with the stairs. Is when you anchor that tip, you're going to approach the stairs as far as your cane, okay? Just to detect the stair. And then you're going to bring your hand down. And, okay, so what we do first is you are going to measure the width of the stair. So you can bring it all the way, well, you can hold it up. Bring it up, and you'll check the width of the staircase. Okay, you can slide it across that bottom stair right there. And that's how you'll know the width, if it's narrow or if it's real wide, like you can't reach there. Normally you want to try to find a handle. Okay, you're very good, like mobility wise, so you may opt to not use a handle sometimes, but we'll do that later. Okay. Right now, since it's narrow, we found a handle. You check the height of the stair, the one right in front of you. So down, you can check the height of the stair, and then you can check the depth of the stair to see how much room you have to put your foot on there. Now, if they are up to code, you shouldn't have any issues, but you may come across some places possible. So first, you approach, and then you check the width. Good job. Then you're gonna check the height of the stair. Yeah, then you're gonna check the depth. Okay? And then what you're going to do next is you're going to pick your hand up and put your elbow out. You may be holding it just a little too high, right there. What you want it to do is you want it to hit every time you walk up. Okay. So if you just hold it like that, it should do it on its own. You don't have to look at the ball, it'll do it on its own. And then you notice it released. That way you remember any other steps there. Okay, so we're just going to shepherd up that cane. We're gonna walk down normal. And we're gonna go up again, and then I'll show you how to come down, okay? So we'll just come down normal. There you go. So now let's practice. You can start from over here.
Okay, when I'm walking,
Yes. Make sure you use some constant contact.
I come to an object, walk up to it. Then I measure the distance.
Good.
Then I measure the height.
Mhm.
And then the depth where I'm gonna place my foot.
Mhm.
And I hold my cane out, hold our rail.
Mhm. And you don't have to hit it, your cane just hit it automatically. And then when it swings free, that's how you know there's no more stairs. holding your cane with a regular grip, you're gonna hold it with a regular grip.
Okay.
This way. You don't have to lift it, so you're good using some. So all you're gonna do is move up. Don't step down yet. So we checked the height, you checked the depth, and then you're gonna go just over this next step. Put your feet together, yeah. And you're going to lift your cane just the slightest bit.
Okay.
And you're going to walk down, and this cane should not touch any of the stairs until it hits the bottom. Once it hits the bottom, you know there's no more stairs.
Okay.
So the key to this is not holding your cane too high. It should be about 2 to 3 inches from the lip of the step.
Okay.
And you can have it across, your cane's kind of long, so you can have it across the second step.
Okay.
If you want, but just remember when you get to the bottom, you'll have an extra step because your cane's a little bit far through, okay? There's it touched the floor.
Yes.
But you still have one more step, okay? Yeah, so you proceed with a constant contact.
Okay.
Yeah. So let's practice going up and then we'll come down. Just make sure you're always doing the constant contact until you hit the object. There you go. And you're gonna check. Isn't it? Straighten out your arm.
Then it's one freebie.
Nice. So now you're gonna come back this way and you're going to detect this drop off. Now align yourself with the stairs. Okay, and remember that cane is in like diagonal.
And you're doing the big also?
Yes, you check the height, the width, the depth,
Okay.
and then you hold it diagonally in front. So kind of like at an angle. Your hand is up here, like that.
Okay, there.
Yeah. So
It's
then
not
just
easy, Jane.
perfect, just like that. Your cane's not lifted too high. And I know you're looking at it, but
But I can.
the more you do it, the more you do it, you'll start figuring out that placement. That way you always have it at that length. And it's okay right now because you do have the chin, but you're getting a feel for the height that you need to have it at.
Yes, ma'am.
And then it'll become like muscle memory. And you'll know, if I hold it just as so, if I can touch the
I'm
stairs,
gonna
how to
do
get
it.
down. Yeah. We'll do it several times. We're gonna get our steps in today on these stairs.
I've done walked 3 miles.
You've walked 3 miles already? Girl, thank God we're not outside.
Already. I was walking at 5:30. Found the handle. And then the distance.
Good job.
And then the depth. Or the height. Then the depth.
And you can get closer to those steps or however you feel. Good job. Very nice.
Coming back. I'm going downhill. I mean downstairs.
Detect that.
Line with my cane. Do the same thing. See how wide the steps are? See the height? And then set hold a natural grip and an angle.
And it may have been just a tad too high, because as soon as you make that Either
The
second to
last-
last step or the last
It
step
should
is just
touch.
hit already.
Yes. Check the height. Yeah. Got it? Right, coming down. Not much drop off. All good on my stand. Coming in.
And this is also like a form of alignment.
Mhm.
So let's say, like this is what we use to check the fit. But if you turn your feet sideways and you think you're at the front and you go like this, you're gonna know your body's not straight.
Yeah.
So you wanna straighten yourself out to that.
See how wide it is.
Mhm.
Okay.
You're gonna check the width and align yourself.
Yeah.
And you can check the height, like if you have it at an angle,
Mhm.
it's kind of,
Yeah.
yeah, however you're more comfortable for you.
That's about what, 5, 6 inches?
Okay, so you put it out in front of the next step. Put it out.
Looks like it might show.
Well, it's because you saw it, you hadn't hit the last step yet, and it probably would have hit on its own. But because you can see it, it's a little bit different.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's harder, I feel sometimes, to learn it when you can see it than if you can't. But, I mean, it still gives you a good idea
It's a
to
great.
figure it out. And then the
I can
whole
actually see
point,
what I'm doing in the beginning, and
Yeah.
then I won't be so nervous.
so the point is, if you're hitting, if you don't hit the steps on your way down, and let's say you hit a step, you're gonna wanna think that you're
On the ground.
on the ground. You may take a bigger step, so you don't wanna do that. You wanna keep it, you don't touch the steps
Right
on
in
the way
front.
down. And then once it
Now
hits
just
the
touch
floor,
ground and slide.
once it clear it, and then go down.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah.
Okay.
You
got it.
wanna try one more time? Let's see what time it is. I think we're,
25 minutes after.
yeah, we'll finish here. We'll do this one more time, and then maybe we can take a walk around the building. Oh, and no, we'll take a walk around inside, maybe doing the other stairs around.
I'm having a bad hot flash.
Yeah, no, it's hot, and I think it's even a little bit warmer in here.